you all to the Target UPSC Prelims 2021. Again, today we are going to discuss current events of 8th of December 2020. Very, very important from prelims examination point of view. First news is about smuggling in India report. Basically, UPSC will never ask you about the smuggling report of India. Here, I want to underline one important institution about which you should have definitely information. Another important point I want to make you clear is right now I'm in a journey, so it's not possible for me to take video. So for these 2 to 3 days we'll having lecture in this way, but once I'm back in Pune we'll start connecting lecture in live way. So first is about Union Finance Minister released the Smuggling in India Report 2019-20. The report has been compiled by Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. So this important institution is very, very important. Enforcement Directorate is there, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence is there, and all other such institutions you should have a good information about to score good marks in the prelims. The DRI Utkrishta Seva Samman 2020 was awarded to Sankaran, an officer of the 1961 batch of the Indian Revenue Service, for which you are preparing. Second important news is about Tharu tribe. The Uttar Pradesh government has recently embarked upon a scheme to take the unique culture of its ethnic Tharu tribe across the world. Let's take a small information about this Tharu tribe. The community of Tharu people belongs to the Tarai lowlands. If you go through the structure of Himalayas, you will realize Tarai lowlands are found below Shivalik in lower Himalayas. Most of them are forest dwellers and some practice agriculture. The word Tharu is believed to be derived from Sthavir, meaning followers of Theravada Buddhism. The Tharus live in both India as well as in Nepal. That's why this is very, very important information. In the Indian Tarai region, they live mostly in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. A majority still lives of the forest. They speak various dialects of Tharu, a language of the Indo-Aryan subgroup, and variants of Hindi, Urdu and Awadhi language. Then, next important is about two new zoos which are being granted recognition by central government. The names of these two new zoos are Rajgir Zoo Safari in Nalanda, it is in Bihar, Shahid Ashfaq Ullah Khan Prani Udyan in Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Rajgir Zoo Safari Nalanda, Bihar. The zoo is established exclusively, comprising on only safari enclosures, which, on contrary to the conventional enclosure, offer larger space for captive animals. The zoo is located close to the historically important Nalanda site. Shahid Ashfaqullah Khan Prani Udyan, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. With the establishment of this zoo, the state of Uttar Pradesh has a total of 9 zoos. The zoo is situated in the spiritual land of Gorakhpur and has a high visitation of tourists. Then, next important news is about United Nations Investment Promotion Award, which is given to Invest India program. This award was given on behalf of UNCTAD. What is UNCTAD? It stands for United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. This UNCTAD has recently declared Invest India as the winner of the United Nations Investment Promotion Award 2020. Let's have a small information about UNCTAD. United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. The UNCTAD deal with trade, investment and development issues. The main goal of the organization is to maximize trade and investment. UNCTAD was established in the year 1964. It releases reports such as Trade and Development Report and World Investment Report. Now here one important thing, when you are preparing for UPSC prelims, you have to keep in mind reports given by certain important international institutions like World Bank, International Monetary Fund, World Economic Forum, United Nations, certain important organizations reports, and UNCTAD's report, like these two reports. What are those? Trade and Development Report and World Investment Reports are very, very important, which you should keep a track of, on which definitely at least one question is asked every year or alternate year. You should have a note of these things. Then next news is about Global Wage Report 2020. Now in this case the question will be, which institution releases Global Wage Report? It is very obvious answer. International Labour Organization, ILO. It releases Global Wages Report. This is important. Now what is the purpose of this Global Wages Report? The report looks at recent trends in wages, the global economic and labor market context, and the impact of the wages and the global economic market and the pandemic has had on wages. Then next important news is about Indian Mobile Congress, which was attended by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi and which had impact on stock market also. The Congress is to be held between December 8, 2020 and December 10, 2020. The Department of Telecommunication and Cellular Operators Association of India are organizing this important Indian Mobile Congress. Theme is inclusive, innovative, smart, secure and sustainable. This theme is important, on which you could definitely take questions. So remember, inclusive, innovation, smart, secure and sustainable innovation. Then next important news is about Bangladesh signing its first preferential trade agreement. Bangladesh signs its first PTA with Bhutan. 100 Bangladeshi goods will enter Bhutan duty free. 34 Bhutanese items will enjoy duty-free benefits in Bangladesh. In 2018-19, Bangladesh exported goods worth 7.56 million to Bhutan and imported goods worth 42.09 million from Bhutan. The figure were 0.61 million and 12.16 million respectively 10 years ago. Though the quantum or the quantity or the magnitude of trade could be lower, but it is very important from the futuristic perspective of South Asian Free Trade Area, which we have an ambitious target to develop, prosper for growth of South Asian region. This is the first preferential trading agreement between Bangladesh with any other country. The agreement was signed on the occasion of marking the 50 years of diplomatic ties between the two countries. So this is important. 50 years have been completed to the diplomatic ties between Bangladesh and Bhutan. In 1971, Bhutan was the first country in the world, followed by India as the second, to recognize Bangladesh as an independent country. This is very important development. Under the PTA, 100 Bangladeshi product will get duty-free access to Bhutan, and whereas 50 Bhutanese product will get duty-free access in the Bangladesh. Then next is Trace Bribery Risk Matrix. The Trace Bribery Risk Matrix is an annual listing which measures the likelihood of bribe demands in 194 countries. Means what are the probability or what are the chances that bribe will be demanded in these 194 countries. It was first published in the year 2014. In 2020 listing, India is ranked 77th position, a spot better than last year in terms of bribery risk. China and Pakistan have been ranked 126th and 153rd spots respectively, which is the lowest. What is Trace Matrix? It is released by Trace International, an important international institution. It is an anti-bribery standard setting organization at international level. It measures the business bribery risk in more than 194 countries. It aggregates data from World Bank, United Nations and World Economic Forum. The next news is about Akash missile. Let's go for what it says. 10 of these missiles were recently test fired by Indian Air Force in Surya Lanka test firing range of Andhra Pradesh. Akash is a medium range surface to air missile, that is SAM defense system. It was developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization and produced by Bharat Electronics Limited. Most of these missiles scored a direct hit at the target. This exercise comes amid the threat posed by Chinese Air Force along the line of actual control. Then next news is about UNESCO's World Heritage City, Orcha and Gwalior. Remember the names of these two cities in Madhya Pradesh. Orcha and Gwalior cities of Madhya Pradesh have been included in the list of UNESCO World Heritage Cities recently. Let's have some small information about Orcha city. The city is famous for its palaces and temples. Capital of Bundela Kingdom in the 16th century. The famous palaces in the Orcha are Jahangir Mahal, Raj Mahal, Rai Praveen Mahal, Ram Raja Temple and Lakshmi Narayan Mandir. Then about Gwalior, the city of Gwalior is known for its temples and palaces. The Gwalior fort is accessed via winding road lined with sacred Jain statues and occupies a sandstone plateau. It is now an archaeological museum with high walls of 15th century. The city of Gwalior was established in the 9th century and it was ruled by Rajvansh, Baghel, Kachwaho, Tomar and Sindhiyas. About UNESCO World Heritage Site, the World Heritage Site list is administered by the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. The committee comprises of 21 state parties and are elected by the United Nations General Assembly. The program was begun by the UNESCO in 1972 and so far 193 countries have ratified the Convention about World Heritage Sites. Thank you very much. We'll keep meeting soon and we'll meeting soon live from coming mostly Friday or Saturday. But please help, cooperate and thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.